Hi guys, Mr. Lees here doing the higher paper from 2023, paper 1, and we're on the very last one, question 13, where we're given two functions, f and g. So function f in terms of x is 2 sine x with some limitations, and g of x is 2x, again with some limitations there. So for 13 part A, part 1, we have to evaluate f of g of pi over 6. And then determine an expression for f of g of x. So let's get these done before we go on with the second one. So first one was f of g of pi over 6. Now what is g of pi over 6? Is g of x is 2x, so g of pi over 6 is 2 times pi over 6, which is pi over 3. So g of pi over 6 is pi over 3, just moving that to the centre there. So f of g of pi over 6 is f of pi over 3. What does function f do? Whatever's going in, you have to do 2 times the sine of it. So it's 2 times the sine of pi over 3. Now remember, pi is 180, divided by 3 is 60. If you prefer to work in degrees, the sine of 60 degrees is root 3 over 2. Times the 2 just leaves the root 3. So there we have that there. And then we have to get the what we do if we get f of g of x, so resultant formula for that one. F of, now what's g of x again? It's just 2x, we can see that up there. What does f tell you to do? Whatever's going in, you have to do 2 times the sine of whatever's going in. So it's 2 times the sine of what's going in, 2x. So it's 2 sine 2x. Okay, so a quick look at what B, the question for B is. Given that f of p is a third, determine the exact value of sine of p, and then hence determine the exact value of f of g of p. So let's get on to that. So B part 1 then. So we have f of x is 2 sine x, we've given that straight from the get-go, right up at the top there. So replacing x with p is 2 sine p. So given that f of p, 2 sine p is a third, then sine of p is a third divided by 2, which is a sixth there. And moving on to the general expression for f of g of x, which is f of, now what's g of x again? F of g of x was 2 sine 2x, we got that a wee minute ago. So f of g of x is 2 sine 2x. So f of g of p, replacing x with p, is 2 sine 2p. Now what's the sine of 2p? 2 sine p cos p. Times it by 2, that gives you 4 sine p cos p. Now we know what sine p is, it's a sixth, but we don't know what cos p is. So in order to do that, we relate it to a right angle triangle. So we draw a right angle triangle there with p there. Sine, if you remember your SQA, is opposite over hypotenuse, and this allows us to use Pythagoras to get this side here. 6 squared is 36, take away 1 squared is 1. 36 take away 1 is 35, so that is the root of 35. And this allows us to get cos p. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is root 35 over 6. So let's get to it here. So we have 4 times sine p, 1 over 6, times cos p, root 35 over 6. So we have 4 root 35 over 36. 4 36, of course, is just 1/9. So that simplifies to root 35 over 9. Job done.